Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Chris and welcome to my shop. And my shop's actually a pretty tiny shop and organization's quite a challenge for me. Over here in this corner, I've been battling with that for years now. I have just this cabinet that was hung on the wall. I got a toolbox recently that was a really nice improvement, but I still don't have enough storage or organization over here. So instead of spending all the time building a bunch of cabinets and things out of plywood or whatever, Lowe's actually hooked me up with a couple of really nice garage organizers and toolboxes from Craftsman, which they're now carrying. And so I'm going to check those out. I'm going to put the toolboxes here, the big garage organizers here, see how I like them, and see how I can improve my shop organization. So let's get started. One thing that I instantly noticed and really like is that these were made in the USA. The drawers are really heavy duty. They can hold up to 100 pounds each, and apparently the whole box is rated for 1,500 pounds, and it has a really large bottom drawer that you can put large power tools in, which is really nice for a woodworking shop. I think I like this smaller upper toolbox even more. I really like the small drawers for layout and woodworking tools, and the hood area is going to be super useful. These two boxes are made perfect for each other and stack up really nice. They're sold separately, so you can buy one or the other, and a link to these plus the garage organizer are down in the description. The garage organizer didn't come assembled like the toolboxes, but it wasn't very hard to put together and didn't take very long. It doesn't require two people to assemble. I just already had my buddy over, so he gave me a hand. But you are probably going to need somebody to help you move it into place. So starting at the top, I have this really nice shelf with a top that closes over it, which is great in a wood shop to protect from dust. I can kind of keep all my stuff in there, and when I'm using my saws and different things, there's dust not getting into everything. I used to have a shelf up here when I had my old toolbox, and I had all my glues and things that I used a lot up there, and it was really nice and convenient, but they got filthy. You can still see all the dust that was on them from before. Another cool thing about this shelf here is that there's a nice little charging port over on this side, which is great. I can plug my phone in, I can plug a lot of my camera gear in, even charge batteries for my tools, things like that. So definitely really like this feature on the toolbox, which is what I didn't have that before. So I'll just take you really quick kind of through the drawers and how I decided to organize this. I might change it at a different date, but right now the top drawer I have a lot of my measuring and cutting tools. One of the cool things about this that I really like that you just saw are the soft close drawers. Get them just close enough and they'll finish closing on their own. With my old toolbox, I would always wheel them shut, but not far enough, and they were always ajar. But these are awesome. As I walk away, I just kind of push it, and I know that it'll close the rest of the way. So the second drawer, I have all my wood files and rasps. Now, I like to keep these separate from my metal ones, which I have down a little bit farther. But up here, I know there's not going to be any contamination with any of the files that I have here, transferring metal to wood when I'm using these on wood. So this is where I kind of keep all my files and rasps. Then I keep kind of my chisels that are old antique ones that I'm gonna maybe do something with someday. I kind of have these construction grade chisels, so if I'm ever doing any really nasty work, then I have some scrapers here. Here I have screwdrivers, my bits for my drills. So these are actually two separate toolboxes. If you want, you could just get one or the other. I really like this one too, and this is where I kind of keep my general purpose tools. So on the very top shelf, I have kind of a bunch of different wrenches and things like that. I have my metalworking files that I mentioned earlier, I like to keep separate. Some wire brushes, hammers and saws. Again, this toolbox is soft close as well. I have a grinder here. Then down here I have just a bunch of extra tape. Didn't have another better place for them. I have some other power tools that I might be able to put in there. So at some point I'll probably change this one around. So over here at the storage cabinet where I replaced that big ugly cabinet that was on the wall, I have a lot more space now. Everything's a lot easier to get to. On the top shelf I kind of have my PPE and have some tack cloth. So usually when I'm finishing something, I'll grab stuff up here. I have my respirator and goggles and glasses over there. On the second shelf is where I have all my stains, not my stains, all my finishes, top coats and oils and things like that. I have Danish oil over here, BLO, all sorts of goodies, all in one place and easy to see and organize. Now on this next shelf down, I have kind of all my spray paints and paints over here. I have a little bit of different glues. I have some epoxy here in the middle just because even though these are adhesives, they just didn't kind of fit over on the toolbox where I have my other adhesives. And I just like them better right here. Then over here in this corner, I have different wood finishes. So I also lined all the shelves with cardboard in here, and over on the other, I used that kind of shelf rubberized stuff just to keep things from sliding around, keeps things from scratching up and eventually causing rust when you expose the metal. And anytime you have liquids, they're gonna seep around and cause a mess, and the cardboard does a really good job of soaking those up and not causing as big of a mess. It is really nice having everything so much easier to get to now than crammed over there. So it's definitely a welcomed addition to the shop. So what is my final opinion on these toolboxes and the storage cabinet? Honestly, I really like them. I think they're made great. The quality is really good. I really looked them over. I love the soft close drawers. That's a really, really cool feature. I like this upper toolbox a lot. I didn't have this type of toolbox before that has this kind of shroud that I can keep my glues in and keep them dust free and anything else that I want. I really like the storage cabinet over there because now I'm organized more. The one thing I don't love is the color red. Like I actually think these look really, really sharp, but they just don't like look good in my shop per se because I have all this traditional woodworking tools on that wall if you've ever seen any of my other videos. So it kind of is sticks out a little bit, but I really like them. I think they're made really well. The cabinet wasn't too bad to put together, and I just don't have a lot of time to build a bunch of shop storage stuff. I have a lot of other really cool projects that I want to be working on, and so getting some pre-made things that are made in the USA, that are high quality, that can like help clean up the shop are just an absolute bonus for me. Super happy to have this organization over here in this corner now, and now I can move on to some of the other fun stuff that I want to be doing. So I hope this video helped. If you're looking for some storage or some new toolboxes, even if you're a mechanic, these things are really nice. So we'll see you next time.